It's F&F Q&A. Hey there, welcome to F&F Q&A episode 30. As always, I'm Benjamin J. And thanks for checking out the show. Just yesterday here at the Salon, we had our Salon Christmas party. So we had a fantastic time. We did a little gift exchange around our Christmas tree so that everybody could do a little culture building, a little Secret Santa action. This week, we are putting out a new video series. We put out the preview last week, but our P-List series is a new way for salons to be able to break down and analyze their businesses. And it goes through, it's a whole 8 series of videos. And so different concepts for you to focus on in order to understand where you're at and where you can grow. But yeah, holidays are in full swing. I'm looking forward to them. Christmas Eve is my favorite day of the year. I like it more than my birthday. So with that, let's just get into the questions.
The stylist wants to know, I'm looking to expand my salon and really enjoy a team environment. How do I find and attract experienced stylists that fit the culture and support the brand of the salon that I'm building?
This is a great question, and this question was submitted to us via Instagram. Just drop the question into the comments below. So if you guys have been watching the show wondering how do I get a question on the show, that would be how to do it. You can just drop it in the comments below. To answer this, we typically do not hire a lot of people that have previous experience. Most of our growth comes from taking people in with little to no experience, basically right after school a lot of times, and growing them from within. You know, through our training, through our marketing, and the culture that we are trying to establish for ourselves. We're really focused on that. And so that is one of the biggest things that we put a lot of our time and attention into, is making sure that we mold people the way that we want them to be molded. Not to say that hiring people with experience is a bad idea. I just have seen it happen where when people come in thinking that they bring a lot more than what the salon is valuing, then there is sometimes a conflict. So just know who you're hiring. To me, the best way to market yourself, because we still get resumes and things from people that are at salons and do have experience. And to me, the best way to market yourself to those individuals is to simply show that you have a good business and that it's something that they want to be a part of. And so if your team is growing, which is fantastic, I would imagine that you are going to have to do very little to say, we have a position open, we're going to go try and find somebody, versus people wanting to find you to come and work with you. I would never, ever recommend headhunting and trying to go and find people that are at salons that are their top stylists and bringing them in. Because I just think that karma is a real situation. And so once you go down that path, the same could be returned back to you. But I would say focus on trying to grow from within, taking people in under your wing, delivering them the culture that you have, the brand message that you want the salon to have, and then giving them the education and the training that they need in order to grow into the career that you have laid out for them.
Do you find your pre-booking numbers are lower because of the increase in online booking? How do you encourage pre-booking in your salon?
This is actually a solid question, and being the big believer in online reservation systems that I am, I have to say that I do think that it has affected pre-booking a little bit. Now, there's also part of me that thinks that the same people that used to book, I'll just call or I'll make it later, those people have transitioned into I'll just book it online. I have found, though, that as our stylists grow and they get busier, they tend to still have strong pre-booking numbers. And as they continue to grow, it becomes more and more necessary because there's less and less availability. For those of our stylists that are switching back and forth between our 2 locations, they definitely are seeing an increase in pre-booking numbers because the necessity to reserve those times at those locations is even higher. One of the things that we are doing right now, and we do it every holiday season, because the holidays are always our busiest time of the year, and then January, February are typically our slowest times of the year. And so what we do every holiday season is any service that gets pre-booked, so when they're in the salon during October, November, December, if they pre-book something for after the new year, they get entered to win a $250 gift card. If they make 1 reservation, they get 1 entry. If they make 11 reservations for the whole year, they get 11 entries. And so we actually have a couple of people that have 104 entries because they come twice a week for blowouts. So it's a great, fun competition. To get our guests involved. It increases our pre-booking numbers. It's a way for us to reward our guests as well for behavior that we definitely want to encourage is the pre-booking behavior. And it doesn't really cost you very much. Give out a couple of gift cards, but you've locked in so many other services that whatever you spent on the gift card, and maybe it's not $250 that you do. Maybe it's $50, maybe it's $100. Whatever the case may be. But whatever you spend there will be peanuts compared to the amount of revenue that you are going to get from the increase in the traffic coming back.
It's peanuts.
It's peanuts. It's peanuts.
It's peanuts. Peanuts compared to what you'll get in return. I like that. My guest is moving and wants her formula. Would you give it to her if it was your guest?
Yeah. I would. I mean, I still, if the guest is moving, if they were just going to another salon, I certainly wouldn't. But if they're moving, I don't know. I think of it as just like a simple customer service thing. Like if they're, leaving the state or the city, they're not going to be a client anyway. And if they want to, find a place and they just want the consistency in their hair, why not? I don't know that there's any color formula that's so patented or so like, you know what I mean? Like such a secret recipe that the other salon might be able to just duplicate it anyway. But I think that it's a nice customer service thing to be able to just to help your guest out and give it to them.
My guest invited me to an event. Should I go, or do you think it's unprofessional?
This is a great question because this does start to get into the line of us crossing or blurring between professional and personal and getting into our friend zone category, which we don't necessarily recommend for business growth. But the real question is, what is the event? If it is just happy hour after work or something like that, maybe not. Maybe that's not the best. If it's a charity event that they are helping support, and as the salon or as the stylist, you can go and participate, maybe, again, donate something or a package of some kind, that could be a great event for you to go because that would help keep a great relationship there. I typically do not go to guest events. I think everybody has guests that ask them if they want to hang out, and my answer is always essentially thank you, but I decline. However, there was an event that was a housewarming party. The two of my guests were becoming roommates, so they were moving in together. I thought, well, this would be nice. This would be a nice thing to go to and attend. And I got there, and there were a couple of other clients that I knew. And then when I started to meet everybody, then they were like, oh, you're the Ben. Oh, Lisa was talking to it. And so I ended up getting 2 or 3 more clients off of going to that housewarming. And so I just think that you need to know why you're going to the event, what your boundaries are in terms of the personal, professional side of things, and pick and choose what type of an event it is going to be. Maybe don't go super casual, but if it's some way going to support them or the businesses supporting each other, I think it's a great thing to be able to do. So this was F&F Q&A 30. Just thank you guys so much for checking out the show. As always, you can follow me online and follow Form and Function online as well. And we would really, really appreciate you dropping your questions into the comments below, as well as sharing this with your stylist friends. It really means a lot. And keep watching out. Every Thursday, we will be putting out the P-List series. So we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.